a deal with Egypt, a super great song we know and love on the channel here. We just got a super coming in. This is for Johnny. This is a song also we know and love. And if I remember correctly, this is the one with a really cool video. Queen with Bicycle Race. The long beginning is worth it.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like. You say black, I say white. You say bar, I say bite. You say shark, I say him. And Jaws was never my scene, and I don't like Star Wars. You say roll, I say Royce. You say God, give me a choice. I say Lord, I say Christ. I don't believe in Peter Pan, Frankenstein, or Superman. All I wanna do is rise, rise, rise. I want to ride now. Rise, rise, rise. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Races are coming your way, so forget all your duties. Oh yeah. Red bottom girls, they'll be riding today, so look out for those beauties. Oh yeah. On your marks, get set, go. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, 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 bicycle. You say go, I say Kane. You say John, I say Wayne. Hot dog, I say Cooler Man. I don't wanna be the president of America. You say smile, I say cheese. Charlie, eh? Lee, King of Texas. I say Jesus, I don't wanna be a candidate for Vietnam or Watergate. All I wanna do is rise, yeah, rise, yeah. Bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle. Come on, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
This is that video's we play, and they put it onto the Queen official page, which is really cool. Bicycle race. It features like 20, 25 naked ladies riding bicycles. They kind of don't really show anything, but it's pretty sexy. I like that one. You're listening to Music Without Borders. Yeah, the request line's on hold. We got the first hour guarantee going on right now. This is the whole hustle. Everybody who showed up between 5 and 6, I got them all lined up here. 25 songs, that being one of them. So you're going to hear your songs. It's a guarantee. It ain't no promise. If you're new, you may have to wait a while. We're open for supers, obviously. That one was for Johnny. So the only new songs for this segment is going to be by via supers. But you guys, it's a very, very. Someone was making a comment about it before. There's so much great stuff up here that we know and love, and some new stuff as well. Right now we've got this is, and I like it when you guys do this because this is, you guys are doing the program directing, right? You're making the playlist, so you know what people are requesting, and that can either inspire you or whatever. And you can play with words, with the titles and so forth. In this case, we managed to pull out a half rock block of Steppenwolf. You guys did it, different people. This is Magic Carpet Ride. Then we got Born to Be Wild. Crank it up.
looking for adventure and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. And let the true nature's child. We were born to be wild. We can climb so high. I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Half rock block of Steppenwolf there, Born to be Wild, and Magic Carpet right there. You listen to Music Without Borders. The request line is open for supers, and here we go. We just got one right now from Andrew Clark, front and center, from Alex Clark. Let me fire. I gotta fire this one up here. Bump it up, Let me hold on a second. Bump. I have to do. What do I have to do? Oh, this is my okay. Bear with me here. Portal to an empty head. This is okay. Take two. I'm really not sure which one I should play here. It's like some of these versions are longer than my book. If you like Music Without Borders, you're going to love my book. Blackie Fitzpatrick is my pen name. I'm close in memoir. The link is in the description. You just click the thing that says more. In blue, it says more, and you'll see the link. Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. The Disco Biscuits. It's not the Blues Brothers. No, this one is 20 minutes long. There's 15 minutes long. No. Hold on a second. I gotta find something that's semi. Oh, just dip into this one. Oh, hold on. Okay, this shows a picture of a record. There's like live versions. There's tons of these, all these different things. Bump it up. This is what happens when you're watching live, and the super comes in 5 seconds before the song ends. I gotta find the right one here. This is the job of being a DJ, queuing up something and getting ready. I like doing it on the fly. Here we go. Portal to an Empty Head. The Disco Biscuits. Let's check it out. Otherwise Law-Abiding Citizens, I guess is the name of the record. Let's check it out.
Take a step back, maybe I won't go in my
Some sharing music with that boys. That was cool, actually. The Disco Biscuits. Portal to an Empty Head. Never heard that before. 2011. Miss Heather comes in. Awesome, awesome, mega, mega awesome. And giving it to one of the songs. I think this is how I understand it, Miss Heather. I picked one of the songs that was. I got like whatever 23 songs up here from the first ever guaranteed. I'm moving one of. I don't know who requested it, but I'm moving one of them to now to this is Miss Heather's. She gave it to me to pick one, so I think that's how I understand it. The reason why I picked this song is because it's I've been a music teacher for decades, and the first song that I teach guitar lessons, first song that I teach is on day one, when the first hour, right? They're going to learn how to play Day Tripper from the Beatles, or at least they're going to start learning how to play it, depending on what level you're at and stuff like that. This is obviously for beginners. I don't have to teach that to intermediates and so forth, advanced people. But for beginners or absolute beginners, it's a bit of a handful to learn how to play that riff, Day Tripper, and the chords in the chorus and stuff like that. It's a great song. It's the first one that I learned how to play on the guitar. And I'm not going to play that one because nobody requested Day Tripper, but somebody requested, and this is when they come back and they're ready for a second song. I always teach them how to play the Trogs, Wild Thing. So thank you so much, Heather, and whoever requested this one. You could please say thank you, Miss Heather. She's the one who pushed this song up. Otherwise, you would have had to wait. It would have probably come on, I don't know, maybe in about 3 hours or something.
Wild thing, I think I love you, but I wanna know for sure. Come on and hold me tight. I love you. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Wild thing. Wild thing, I think you move me, but I wanna know for sure. So come on and hold me tight. You move me. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything groovy. Wild thing, come on, wild thing. Shake it, wild thing.
Thank you so much, Miss Heather. Awesome. That was the one that I picked because it had a little story behind it there. Wild Thing from the Trogs. Once again, easy song to play, and it's really, really cool to play it. Bam, 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 bam. And what I was telling my students is, and it's also an inspiration to a very famous guitar player. Bam, 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 da 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 da. Of course, that Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's a cool trick from Berklee School of Music. You take a famous song like the Trogs, which is in Ionian. This is a lot of information, maybe, but you change it and put it into a mode, which is a different color. And that's what Kurt Cobain knew, that trick, and he put it into Phrygian, and it gave it the grunge flavor. It's just the same groove that the Trogs were doing. You can't copyright a rhythm down. Bum, 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 bum. Louie is exactly the same progression as this one, but Kurt Cobain did something very, very special. He took a 1-4-5 and turned it into a 1-4 flat 3 flat 6. Phrygian sounds like distortion. That's what grunge is. Phrygian, that's the trick. Once again, thank you so much, Miss Heather. That's my story around Wild Thing. Keep on going with the first hour guaranteed list here. Once again, I get heaps up here. I'm just going to slam them out here for you. Let you know if we know it. Yeah, we know this one before. I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. Panic at the Disco.
as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with I haven't seen people ever heard of closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't seen people ever heard of closing a goddamn door. No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is safe. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. Well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is safe. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne, pour the champagne. I got in with
Tommy James and the Shondells at Crimson and Clover, 1968. Super, super great song. He's still kicking. 1990. Excuse me. Born in 1947. He's 79 years young. Still, they're gigging. They're going to be in Lexington in June, Wilmington. In July, they're playing a gig in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's the Amish area there, right? And then on the 31st of August, St. Paul, Minnesota. Tommy James, that's great. I think that's super, super cool. Keep going here. The Doors.
Untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time you hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. China, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. You know that it will be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on 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 fire.
You listen to Music Without Borders. I'm playing songs from the first ever guarantee between 5 and 6. Everybody's been putting down their songs, and that was The Doors with Light My Fire. Let's keep on going. Looking at the clock here. This is going to be the last song that I'm going to play. Then I'm heading out to to do Sunset Lady Live on YouTube. I'm going to turn that sucker on at 7:55. We'll be back here at 8:55-ish for more Music Without Borders. And I got your request is still sitting up here. So except for Supers, the request line is going to be on hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 more songs. We're all gonna come back 2 hours. I've got Doug's Daily Dose of Devin is going to be the first song. Devin Townsend with Warrior. Then we got the Bird. I got all your stuff there. But right now we're gonna play. I hope this is clean. Do be clean. The Used. I have subscribed to their channel, and the song is Pretty Handsome Awkward.